From the newsroom at the Oklahoman, I'm Jenny Carlson here with Jason Kersey, and this is an OU update. Jason, you had a chance to talk to Jerry Montgomery, the departing defensive line co-defensive coordinator from Oklahoma. Kind of called you out of the blue the other day to talk about his departure to the Green Bay Packers. What stood out to you about your conversation with Coach Montgomery?
Well, a lot of things. First, just how out of nowhere this offer really was. He said that the day after signing day he was out skiing with his family, and that he got a call from Bob Stoops. He said, "Hey, someone's going to be calling you from the Packers," and so he was interested in the opportunity. He said he's always been interested in the NFL, and it all happened so fast that I think a lot, especially considering he'd just been promoted to co-defensive coordinator. I think he felt he also wanted to let it be known that he's not leaving with any hard feelings or bitterness. I think there's been a lot of rumors and speculation about that, and that was one thing he wanted to make clear, that he leaves with nothing but respect and love for the Stoopses.
Well, and he also made it clear to you that he doesn't leave because there are problems on the staff, which I think some people may have wondered, because he's not going to the Packers for a full assistant's job. It's like an assistant to an assistant's job. But he at least said to you there's no validity to that either.
No, he said that going to the NFL was always a dream of his. I think Green Bay's not that far away from where his wife is from, so that played a part in it as well. And the fact that he, according to what he said to me, was he's going to get a chance to work for one of the greatest coordinators in the history of the game, Dom Capers. So I think all of those things made the job attractive for him.
All right, now that Jerry Montgomery has moved on, the question becomes who's next, and there's nobody obvious on the current staff to coach that position. Sounds like the Sooners are looking elsewhere. Bob Stoops talking to some people. As a name in your mind emerges the likely replacement?
I think right now, according to a few different reports, Mike Pelton from Georgia Tech is probably the leading candidate. He's interviewed, and he sort of comes from a 4-3 background, which is interesting because they've made this transition to 3-4. It sort of makes you wonder what their plans are for the defense, especially now that they have two linebackers coaches. You would think they're going to stick with the 3-4, but if they bring him in, maybe they're going to work some 4-3 in. Brick Haley was someone who interviewed. I think he was the top candidate from LSU. But he took a job with Texas. So I think as of right now, Mike Pelton's probably the guy that they're looking at.
All right, we'll continue to follow that. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.